another band. All them having cars now, which I bag it up. Light up my card with a sweet one bliss. Someone flicks me a bag it up. So, it's another one. It's another one, yeah. It's a full strong, yeah. Oh, it's another one. It's another one, yeah.
Yo, what's up, people? Welcome back to another episode of Crossroads in Boxing. I know we've been lacking a little bit. CJ is supposed to be here, but he's having a bit of volume issues and mic issues right now. So I thought I'd start off without him. He's going to jump in soon. But yeah, we've life has been lifing at the moment. Where me, CJ, and myself, CJ, and Ricky just haven't been able to link up properly. Just with either I've got something on, CJ has, or Ricky has. Ricky at the moment is working. So yeah, it's been a little bit difficult to keep consistent with the shows, but we are trying. But yeah, before we get into this episode, we'll go to the promo video for D-Rock Clothing, and I'll be right back. Yo, what's up? Yeah, before we get into everything and CJ jumps in once he sorts his mic out, just a little bit of a shout out to Trill from the USA iBoxingHub team for having me on the watch along for Saturday for the Otoma versus White fight. We did a good watch along with Alexander the Great, who's joined the team and got things. He's got his segment from the iBoxingHub coming out, so look out for that. But yeah, shout out to Trill for having me on. We had a good laugh. We had fun on there. And CJ's here. Hopefully the mic is working. Let's see what we're at. CJ, how are you working? Nah, you're joking me. What's happening, bro? The mic isn't working. What have you done? I don't know what you've done, bro. Is your mic connected to your laptop? What's happening? Bro's got the McDonald's headset on as well, and it's still not working. Nah, he had the McDonald's headset on and it still didn't work. He can't take my order. He can't take my order. No, but yeah, I was saying before CJ quietly interrupted. Yeah, shout out to Trill and iBoxingHub USA team for having me on. We watched the event. I thought the card itself was brilliant. Yeah, Trill is in the building. Appreciate you, Trill. Thank you for having me on, brother. And that was the first of many watch-alongs I will be involved in with iBoxing USA, and I'm sure the iBoxing USA team will come over to IBH North and we'll do a watch along there here as well for Crossroads Boxing. But yeah, everything is absolutely popping off in boxing at the moment. There's so much going on, so much to talk about. Myself and CJ, when he decides to sort his mic out, we're going to break down last weekend's fights. Obviously, the Otoma versus White, what everyone thought about it, everyone's feelings before and after the fight, what we thought would happen. On the undercard, I actually thought it was a really good card. It definitely it delivered. The fight itself, I don't know if anybody was really looking forward to the card, but I don't believe the card should have been pay-per-view. That I stand by. but the event itself was a good event. It was a good card to watch. Every fight on the card was good. I actually missed the first fight, not by accident really, because it was a prospect. I'm not sure if he was making his debut, um, but I'd put the fight on and I wasn't really paying attention, just sort of waiting for the rounds to go by till I really kicked into watching it, and the kid stopped him pretty early, so that one went by the wayside. But after that, I thought it was really good. Ray Ford versus Abraham Nova. That was a really good. I think it was 10 rounds, 10 round fight. Really, really good fight. Hergovic versus Adelaide, action packed. Brilliant. One second. This will be CJ messaging me right now. Telling me he can't get on. No, no, it's not. But 1 second. Bro. Yo, CJ, you just get on and don't use a headset. Let's see if it just works, innit? Don't worry about it. Oh, show business for you, show business. Um, but yeah, as I was saying, the card was really good. Um, Hergovic versus Adelaide, really good fight. Nick Ball, we've got to break that down and get into that because I was disappointed in his performance. I also thought he lost the fight. I know there's people out there that's going to disagree with me, but I don't find it'll be that many who will be strongly disagreeing with me because I don't think he performed very well. I thought Sam Goodman put up a very good performance. I also don't think the judges gave him any credit for what he actually did in that fight, which I feel sorry for him for. About I hope Eddie, not Eddie, Frank, or whoever's in boxing, whoever's out there, I hope they can give him another shot, really, because he deserves it. I felt like he was hard done by, especially on the scorecards. Sorry, I apologize. Yeah, especially on the scorecards. I don't think he even got any credit whatsoever. Um, Truly's here saying it should have been a draw at least. Yeah, Trill, we was watching it together. We was scoring it, and what's it called? Sorry about this. My phone. Yeah, we were scoring it together, and we felt that we couldn't really agree with Andy Lee's scorecards. Andy Lee was scorecards to me was a bit strange, especially when there was clear rounds for Sam Goodman and he gave it to Nick Ball. Um, but yeah, as Chul said, at least a draw. I would still be like, yeah, Sam won the fight, but as the champion, I can understand Nick Ball getting it in that favor of a. I think one of the scorecards had it 115, 113. You know what? I don't agree with it, but that one I could see. If all three judges had it that, I could see it. Big up Rama. Cheers, cheers, Paul. No, I could definitely see Nick Ball nicking it if the judges wanted to swing the close rounds to him. Even though I thought a lot of the close rounds they thought they could give it, like Trill was saying on stream, is like that was close though. Will they give it to Ball? And seemingly the most both at least two of the judges gave them to it. CJ's going to try again. Here we go. Let's see what we're doing. CJ,
Fucking hell, is this working?
here we go.
Fucking hell. What a nightmare that is.
Here he is. He's
Yeah,
in
them fuckers had to try.
the. Bro, I was trying to take my order and you couldn't hear me. What I couldn't
Hey,
hear you
welcome to
say.
Burger King.
I could assume that you just didn't have any milkshakes on at McDonald's. That's the ice cream machine ain't working.
What have I missed, mate? What have I missed?
Nah, nah. To be fair, I've just been giving my opinion on the card. That I thought it was a good card. I thought all the fights was actually it delivered. I don't think it was a pay per view. We shouldn't have been paying for that. But the card, it was actually a really good card. The first fight I missed, I think he was either making his debut or CJ. What have you done? Oh my God, this guy! If there's anybody that is worse with technology than me, it's him. I swear I'm no good with technology, but this man just somehow manages to beat me.
Is it back on?
Oh, bro, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Not touching anything now, mate.
Are you all right? You sure? Do you
I'm
need a
sure
minute?
I'm having a meltdown.
uh, no, but I was just saying before you rudely dipped, it just it just dipped out of me like that. um, no, the first fight I missed just because I had it on. I just wasn't paying attention because I think it was a kid's debut. I sort of expected to him to warm into the fight, but he stopped the guy in the first round, and I kind of missed that fight. I don't know if you caught it.
Was that Mohammed Alakel or something like that?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I think it's like his second or third,
Yeah, it
actually.
might have been his second or third fight.
Uh,
Yeah,
yeah, it was Joe Gallagher's lad, and now he's gone over. I can't remember who's training with now, but yeah, looking really. It might even be Abel Sanchez, looking sharp. Only what I suppose you'd expect when they're ploughing that much money and support behind him. I think he's only ever boxed on them Saudi shows, so imagine
yeah,
that
yeah, yeah.
fights. But yeah, it was over very quick. The journeyman lad, the Indian lad, yeah, he didn't have any firepower behind his shots. He didn't know what to do once Alakel started coming forward. So just what you'd expect really for your opening upper. You didn't really miss anything with that.
Yeah. The next fight on that, we'll just jump straight into that. I believe it was Ray Ford versus Abraham Nova, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
That was the next fight. What did you make of? Because I'm high on Ray Ford. Ray Ford is seemingly becoming one of those fighters I look out for. One of my favorite fighters to watch. I think his hand speed is blinding. I think his shot placement, his defense is very good. Um, for a guy who hasn't got great power, he sits in the pocket. He likes to sit in the pocket, and his inside work is really good as well. What did you make of his performance? Just
he's
before
really
you go with that, evening to Ra himself, Mr. Ra. We've missed you. We've missed you, sir.
missed you, right? You've nearly had to stand in tonight when I've had major mouth.
Yeah, Ra, the bat signal was almost there. I can't lie. The bat signal almost came out.
Look at all the headphones sat next to me now, and nothing working. Um, yeah, Ray Ford's really impressive, isn't he?
Yeah,
It's definitely going to be a world champion in this way as well. It's just whatever route he takes. But you know, hats off to Nova for stepping in. Really
yeah,
game opponent. You know, he didn't look massively outclassed in there. Ray Ford is just that good. Um,
yeah,
but I think the power. I think the power's deceiving, isn't it? You know, he's not
yeah,
stopping
yeah.
people intimately. It's one of
People
them
aren't
people.
just running through him.
Yeah,
Nova tried it. Nova, you could see Nova was trying it, but he was getting hit with certain shots. Um, but towards the end, Nova sold out. You heard his corner. I think his corner told him, he was just like, you know what, like, don't worry about boxing. Forget about that. Press him. Let your hands go. Um, so Nova made it rough. Later on in the fight, he definitely made it rough for Ray. I think he was using his head quite a lot, going in with the head, using a little bit of dirty tactics. I don't mind that. If you are the B side, the losing side, if you're trying to win at all costs, if you're not being completely dirty and doing deliberate headbutts and deliberate low blows, he was being a little bit cute in there. Um, Nova trying to put Ray Ford off. But like I said, I'm impressed with Ray Ford. Every time I watch him fight, uh, he impresses me. I think his skill set is underrated. I think he's one for the where people in the next couple of years, he's the name hot on people's on people's tongues. To be honest with you,
yeah. He's gonna be, and it's it's probably the wrong title to say because he's up there anyway. But the next big thing for you lad will take off. There'll
Yeah,
be a
yeah,
fight.
yeah. I tried not to say that because I believe he's sort of there already, but
Yeah,
it's just about the name because the highlight names are highlighting already. So Rayford really has to do something special to that crowd outside of boxing. If you're a boxing fan, you love how he boxes, you enjoy it. If you're casual, he doesn't give you those knockouts. What you may be looking for to take your attention. But boxing wise, I can't fault him. I think he's very underrated right now. But like you said, soon he will be one of those guys where I think Nick Ball was very lucky to get a decision against him.
very
I
much.
believe I felt like Ray won that fight, and he took it graciously. And I like fighters I do like fighters like that. You lose in a close fight. The fight was close, but I had Ray winning, and Ray just he was also struggling at that weight. He took the opportunity because he was going to move up. He actually took the opportunity because the opportunity came at him. He was like, I was about to move up. They offered me this Nick Ball fight to unify. I think it was all for my title, whatever it was. I'm going to do it. Yeah, it was for his title, for a title. I'm going to do it, and fair play to him for taking those opportunities. And you see that loss hasn't done him any bad whatsoever
No, not at
because
all.
not many people can tell you if they look at him fight, can't tell you he's really lost. What's Raz saying in the chat? I missed you too, even though I was partying in mad in Mallorca. Oh God, Ra. I can only imagine. I could only imagine the stories.
Just jealous, mate, aren't
Was that red card pants? No, no, no,
we?
no.
No,
I don't
not
believe it
like
was.
it wasn't pay per view. It definitely wasn't
No, it
pay per view.
wasn't pay per view.
Good. It was a good card. There was no shit fights on it.
Yeah,
Yeah, like you said, you just people shouldn't be having to pay that on top of having to pay his own subscription.
yeah, yeah. I don't agree with that. Ra says Super Feather could be a hot division soon. Yeah, I agree. I really do agree. I think the the likes. So you've got is it bloody hell, Gary Russell Jr.
Yeah,
at
yeah.
130. Gary Russell Jr. is at 130. You've got obviously is his Shushu moved. Is Shushu at one? No, he's at 126. I think he's at 126. Shushu, but you have Foster there as well. He was supposed to be fighting soon. Lamont Roach is still a champion at 130. I don't know
Plenty of
whether
guys.
we can plenty of guys because we'll move into that. Clearly, Lamont Roach isn't fighting Tank next, so we'll get to that in a little bit. The next fight on the card, Filip Hrgovic versus David Adelaide. What a fight! What a fight! I said before the fight, I felt like Hrgovic would win on points. Hrgovic is a better boxer than Adelaide. Adelaide's shot is basically a puncher's chance in this fight. I watched Adelaide versus TKV. TKV was boxing his head off before the incident with the referee doing whatever he did, and allowing Adelaide a free shot at TKV, allowing Adelaide a free shot at TKV, which knocked him out. But yeah, I felt like Hrgovic's level of boxing is way superior to Adelaide. But after watching the fight, I feel like I was right in my assessment in that Adelaide's chance in that fight would be a puncher's chance because Hrgovic gets hit. Me and Trill, we was talking about it on stream and we said like the only way I see this being weird is David can punch for one and Hrgovic gets hit. So if David can land that perfect shot, Hrgovic will be there to get hit. It's not like his defense is any good. And the fight played out like that. I felt like Hrgovic was outboxing him, and then he got the cut. It was from a punch by Adelaide. The cut
Yeah,
came from a punch.
Yeah.
Yep. And Hrgovic seemingly panicked. I felt like he panicked. He thought, right, this fight's going to get stopped on cuts. I've got to get him out of there. And he was beating Adelaide, but he was also giving Adelaide the opportunities to land. And Adelaide was landing. It's safe to say Adelaide was landing. And that 8th round, for me, is probably round of the year so far.
Yeah, what a round that was.
I just felt like it might not win round of the year simply because Hrgovic didn't go down. But had Hrgovic gone down and gotten up, by far the round of the year, because for Adelaide, I don't rate Adelaide that highly as in the world level rankings. I think he's a top British talent. European and world, I don't think he's at that, to be quite honest with you. But the heart he showed in that fight to get up, he was hurt. He was hurt, he was gassed. And to land those shots on Hrgovic, and he went for it, it's astonishing for me how Hrgovic stood up. Absolutely mad. What's your take on that fight?
It was a great fight. It was absolutely brilliant. Like you say, I had that written down in my little pad there of like round of the year. It's got to be. Firstly, as of last year, since like doing my cutman course, it's now different. Seeing cuts, now I've had to actually deal with them in corners and things, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So when I saw that split, I was like, oh my god, that is a nightmare for anybody. It's a gas leaking, pouring, and Abel did most of that himself. He actually didn't even let the cutman in at times and did that himself, as well as then.
Great job. He did a great job. What a job he did with it.
Massively, mate. And I tell you what, for shame on Adelaide for not just peppering that cut. Because I tell you what, mate, I'd have been like a dog with a bone. I would have just been jabbing
and that left. Bro, it's not even the jab. The left hook was landing all night. That left hook, he could have missed Hrgovic with the left hook. It just wasn't landing on the cut.
It was
and before you carry on, it was just go on, you finish and then we'll go.
No, just what a great job they did. Adelaide just didn't ever seem like he was gonna capitalise. There was a couple of wobbles. There was a couple of times that he did land flush. Just never seemed to follow up. I felt like he'd taken too much out of his own tank, trying to tire out Hrgovic. And I understood that. I understood that game plan at first because I was one of the first to say Hrgovic hasn't got a tank. He's not got a gas tank. Well, with changing camp, he's come back absolutely fantastic. He's still relying on his chin too much, Joe Joyce style. I mean, look what happened to Joe Joyce in the end. It's only going to last you so long, isn't it? I do think
only so long.
Hrgovic's stock, not that has gone back up, but he looked better, certainly with his fitness and his shot selection. I don't think his power looked fantastic. It depends where Hrgovic goes next, because I do think the boys above him are just going to cause him a world of trouble.
You know what I want next. You know what I need next. And we'll move on to that. Before that, we'll just go to the comments.
Yeah.
Ra says Matchroom should make Nunes versus Ford. Yeah, Ray Ford is calling for that fight as well. Sugar Nunes is ducking right now. He needs a Matchroom, and Eddie needs to stop protecting Nunes and let Ray Ford at him, because Ray's been asking for that fight. Hrgovic has some chin on him. Can't keep relying on it. Exactly what CJ's just said. There's only so much you can rely on that chin. Would Hrgovic have got stopped in the UK from that barrage?
I could have.
No, you know what? No, simply because it wasn't on the ropes. I don't think it was on the ropes. It was sort of in the middle of the ring when Adelaide was trying to think it. I don't. You know what? With these referees in the UK, I don't know. I can't even count it out. I'm trying to think, and you're probably right. Probably would have done wrongly, by the way, wrongly. Moving into the main event. Was it next? Main event next? Or was there a fight before that? Yeah, main event
Have
then.
you covered Nick Ball?
Ah, no, we haven't. Nick Ball. There we go. That's the one. I knew there was one. Nick Ball. Right. Let me have my little rant about Nick Ball before you say your bit. Because I do not know what those judges were watching. Did we talk about Nick Ball? I feel like I've ranted about this already, probably on a different show somewhere.
That was probably me at dinner today, mate.
Yeah, that was probably to you, yeah. No, Nick Ball, he disappointed me. I can't lie. I thought it was a bad performance, and I'm gonna give him a little bit of grace and put it down to a bad performance. I'm not gonna jump off a cliff and say, nah, Nick Ball's a fraud, he's not this, he's not that. I'm gonna put it down to a bad performance because that can happen, especially when you sort of trying to look for bigger things, as in he's eyeing a new way up, he's wanting that a new way fight, and there's so much hype around him. So he could have simply just underestimated Sam Goodman, which if he did underestimate him, it showed. It really showed, and I kind of hope that's what it was, for Nick Ball's sake, that it was the fact that he just underestimated what Sam Goodman could bring to the table. And I think a lot of us did, me included. I thought Nick Ball would probably get Sam out of there, maybe 8 or 9 rounds. He would get someone out of there. He'd get Sam out of there because Sam would box well early on. Ball would lose rounds, but he would make Sam work a lot. Like the work rate Sam would have to put in, and whilst Nick was chasing him down, while Sam was boxing, I felt like Sam's legs would go late on, and Nick would catch him. But that's not what happened. I thought Sam Goodman boxed really well throughout the bout. Nick Ball kept relying on one or two punches at a time, which wasn't working. When he did fire in combinations, they were landing, including the uppercut. But he kept leading with the uppercut, which kept missing every single time. Every single time he led with the uppercut, he missed and got caught. And the judges, I thought, was awful. Chul said earlier, because whilst you was away, I actually touched on it. That's when I touched on it. Chul said earlier, like it was a draw at least. At least it was a draw. And I don't even think it was a draw. I felt Sam Goodman won it by at least one round. At least one round. And that's me being generous to the champion in this. I will put it down to a bad performance, a underestimation of Sam Goodman, and overlooking him. But Nick Ball, I've got my eye on him now. I've got him on that watch. Oh, CJ, what are you doing?
Don't worry, man. Don't worry. I'll just have to go
All
ahead
right,
here.
you can. No, but yeah, Nick Ball's now on that watch list for me. Of let me see how you perform next time. I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to give you it was an off night. You
Yeah.
overlooked him, but you got the victory. Fair enough. Okay, but he's on watch with me right now. What did you make of that performance and the fight?
A really entertaining fight. I don't think it ever quite like fully caught fire like it could have done. Third time Nick Ball's defended that belt now, isn't it? And like you say, fingers crossed it was just an off performance. I mean, you do go up there sometimes and you do just meet someone that you don't gel with and you don't look your best with. Your game plan's not quite coming off. Like you say, there was certain times, certainly in the fourth, he seemed really, really off. Looked better again in the fifth. Goodman did really well. The scorecards are terrible out there. I was just pulling it up then. 117. 111, 118, 110, 115,
The
113.
crazy thing is, CJ, when we was on stream, I said to Chill, I said, me and Chill was just like, nah, Goodman's got this. And Chill was like, I'm gonna leave it out. The last 2 rounds, we're gonna see who's really got it. I say, you wait till we get a 119,
Yeah,
110,
109,
111
whatever it
card
is.
or whatever. I'm telling you, wait till we get one of them dumb cards because this is how it's gonna go. Because we was watching it and like sort of speaking about what our opinions were on it. And Andy Lee's scorecard kept coming up after each round. And we was like, especially the fourth round. Like the
Yeah,
fourth round, Andy Lee gave to him. And me, Trill, and Alex was like, what?
because that was a
How?
terrible round for Nick Ball. Like
Yeah,
really,
yeah,
really bad. He looked
that
very
was one
poor.
of Sam Goodman's like clearest rounds in the fight, and I was like, how? Just how have you given it? And then, as I say, yeah, wait till the 119, 101 card rubbish, and when they said 118, 111, and 117, I was like, you lot are crazy. You've gave this kid no credit for what he's done in that fight, and I feel for him.
Going off that, like you just said, putting him on watch. Imagine if he had been in there with Anoya performing like that. My guy's getting spat clean out, clean
Yeah.
out. And the only thing he can do, Nick Ball, is swing for the fences, then, isn't it? And that's exactly what I know he wants you to do. He wants that firefight.
And
But
that's what
yeah,
he was doing. He was doing that with Goodman, though. He was swinging for the fences at times with Goodman,
yeah, yeah, he was.
and he looked. His balance was all off. It was a bad night for him. And like I said, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to hold it down to an off night, one of those that you sort of overlooked. Nobody really knew who Sam Goodman was unless you're in boxing. You don't really know who he is. He's not a name. And it was supposed to be one of those regular fights that Nick Ball comes in. You expect to do what you want to do when you want to do it, and Sam didn't give him the opportunity to do that from the off,
No,
and it turned out to be a horrible night. But he got the win. So when you get those, you've got to push on and take that and be grateful for that because that's two now. That's two. I feel like Saudi's repaying him for that Ray Vargas one where he won and and they called it a draw. They they're like, nah, he got robbed once, so we're just gonna give him every decision. We've got Ra says seems like the strategy was to keep ball safe and what navigate
navigate and
him
support Anua, but I
support.
think
Yeah.
his ship gets sunk before he gets there. And unfortunately, mate, it does look like that could be possible. Um, Maybe it's because we've had high hopes on Nick Ball being our only champion, if you know what I mean, and everyone's rooting behind him.
Yeah.
Everyone loves the aggression, everyone loves the forward, like the bull sort of thing. But yeah, I hope to God he doesn't. That fight's not looking like it's going to happen. Certainly not with that last performance. I think he needs to
No.
go back to the drawing board at a minute, mate.
Yeah, Ra says in a way he's looking at Japanese superstar fight
Super fight
with
with Nakatani.
Nakatani. Yeah.
Good fight.
Yeah, I heard there was looking at that, but he's got MJ first. He's got to fight MJ first, so let's see what happens here. Disappointed Goodman got the chance. Served to be frozen. Deserves to be frozen out after ducking in the way twice. Hey, listen, who are you fighting, Ra? If you had the choice to fight Nick Ball or Inoue, which one are you taking?
You choose
Hey,
any route but Godzilla, wouldn't you?
listen, I think Sam Goodman made the right choice because he won that fight, in my opinion.
Yeah.
He made the right choice.
Think they'll run it back?
Uh, Ra says, no, I don't think Nick Ball's team goes near him. There's no point. There's no need to. That was a mandatory he had to deal with. He's dealt with it. I'm not going to voluntarily fight you again. Why would they do that? Because
I'm
the
just
fans
wondering
say
after
so.
a bit of bad press and that, if you maybe think about it.
You know, like, listen, boxing is fickle. We're talking about it. Bad performance now. He will. What will happen is his next opponent. He stops. Nobody cares about the Sam Goodman fight. That's how it works. If he goes back to Sam Goodman, has another bad performance against Sam Goodman, where do you go from there? Then people are really going to start talking about that performance. It's the same thing I said about Campbell Hatton with Jimmy Joe when he lost to Jimmy Joe the first time. I said, why would you take the rematch? There's no need to take the rematch. You have a name. Jimmy Joe doesn't have a name, and he still won't have a name. He's now known for beating you.
Yeah.
And if he doesn't do anything else in boxing, that's all you know what I mean? That's all. Why are you going to fight him again? It's not. It was never needed. It was never needed.
No.
It was a bad style matchup for him at that level. What Jimmy Joe's fighting at, and you are on TV. You didn't need to take that fight again. There was no need. I think it was bad matchmaking. I think they should have known that Jimmy Joe was better than Campbell. I think you steer him away. You put him back into lower, lower the competition. But the public ain't gonna know. Stick him on a card somewhere, lower the competition, get his wins up, get him more experience before you start putting him back in there with people of Southern area. You know what I mean? Because you had a lot of investment in that kid, and I knew that would go the way when I picked Jimmy Joe to win both fights. Because I just never rated Campbell like that. Moving on, we have the main event. Why this was pay-per-view. Moses Atoma versus Dillian White. Before we get to the fight, what did you have it before? What did you say? How did you see it going before the fight?
I saw Moses winning. I thought this would be his biggest test, like massively. I thought Dillian, and then
Before
seeing him.
1 second, CJ. We have a special guest before we get onto the Moses and thingy.
Oh, who we got?
Here we
Hey,
go.
Oh
We've
my
got a special
guy!
guest,
what are you telling
Mr.
me, boys?
RKO, Jet Setter, Mr. Main Media, Mr. Interview with Frank Warren, Eddie Hearn, Derek Chisora, Mr. Do It All. We're gonna call him right from now on, Mr. Do It All, RKO Boxing. How you doing, sir? How you doing, my guy?
I'm not too bad, guys. What do I sound okay? Like, is everything okay?
Sound
You sound better
fantastic,
than
mate. I'm good.
CJ.
Okay, that's not really hard. Like Yorkshire internet is fucking outrageous, rude boy. But
Don't blame Yorkshire. Yo, blame CJ's 15 headphones that don't work.
Alice, call him.
nah, bro. Like, obviously, oh my god. I'm literally having the last leg of me coming home. I just want to, if it's okay with you guys and Crossroads, shout out to my sponsors. Shout out to my main sponsor right now, Hard Body Tattoos. Big up to my brother Jack, man. Big up to Crossroads Boxing. Big up to iBoxingHub. Big up to the whole establishment right now, man. We are, just because I'm literally running for my training stuff right now. But obviously, when Eric asked me to come through, Eric is my family. Everybody who's watching this, I need you all to make sure you have tabs on this gentleman right now. Eric, CJ, there's my other guy. I'm terrible at the
Ricky.
minute because Ricky. Shout out to my guy Ricky. Yeah, man. I just want to say, you know what, you lot, man. I'm so very proud of you. CJ, you especially, my dog. Yeah, I'm so proud of you, bro. CJ, I love you, my brother. Yeah, every single time, bro. I always ask Eric. Eric will tell you. I ask him about you. I ask him about all of you guys because IBH North, iBoxingHub is a very special establishment. Bro, like you, Eric, and a few other people are the only people. You're done already. There we go. You see them. As soon as I said
Look
Eric.
at that. He's got fans. He's got fans already. He
Oh,
does
bro.
one interview with Eddie Hearn and he's got fans.
Eric is the only, Eric and a few other people are the only people that I will roll through regardless of anything right now. Wait, I'm just checking
I
my
appreciate you, bro. I appreciate
So no,
you.
I've got like 5 minutes out here, but nah, man. I just wanted to say I love iBoxingHub. I love you, Eric. Eric, what you're doing over here with IBH North and everything like that. I could never be more proud of you lot, man. CJ, I see you. I know. I know we all go through things, but what defines us is how we
Look at that.
Lost him. Lost him on the main
Lost him.
moment.
Lost him at the main moment. But we get what he's saying. We get what he's saying.
Yeah, thank you, mate.
Nah,
Really appreciate that,
he'll
pal.
jump back. He'll jump back on. He'll probably jump back on later. But yeah, shout out to Rico. He's been everywhere. Oh, he's back. He's back. He's back.
Yeah,
Here he is.
no. Fuck all that shit. Nah, they can't hold me down. Starman, all these man there, they can't hold me down. I just want to say, I'm so proud of you guys. I'm proud of what you're doing. IBH North is going to be massive. I'm going to make sure that, and I'm just so proud of you guys, man. At the end of the day, we can only do what we can. What you guys can do is something amazing. So, of course, I have to come through with my brother, man. So I'm going to stay as long as I can until I get cut off or whatever. But this is the last leg of my journey. I had to go see my sister. I can't just roll through these kids, man. I can't do that, bro. There was one kid.
Yo, do your thing. Jump back on in a bit.
No. I'm here. So what are we talking about? What's going on?
He was just literally touching on Moses Atoma then, pal, and what you thought of his performance.
Oh my God! I think that young man is sensational. You know, I think the young boy is. I think the young boy is the future of boxing. When I say the future, I mean the future. I just want to shout out to Jermaine Franklin right now. Okay, future heavyweight champion of the world, America. You are welcome. All right, you're welcome, America. I told you, man. I did about 1,000 tweets to say that. But Jermaine Franklin will be fighting on the Netflix card in Las Vegas, Nevada, on the 13th of September. Please, guys, love, support, because you're right, boss. Assalamu alaikum. Jermaine Franklin, like all of us, we're all underdogs, man. You know, and the thing is that this is why, like certain people were like Eric, who's my family, and like you, CJ, and these people like that. Whenever you guys need me, I'm always going to be there. So chat, I can't see what the chat is saying. Like the last time I had to go back and watch the videos and stuff like that. But big up to the chat and everybody. But yeah, Moses is the future of the heavyweight boxing division, 1,000,000%.
What did you said you came onto the watch along. What did you tell us before the fight? What was you hearing in the arena about Dillian?
I told you, lot. I said bet your whole rotted on Moses to knock him out within 3. Eric, what did I say? It's all on video and everything like that.
What was you saying though about Dillian? About Dillian's gonna go for it because of what?
Oh, because there's no gas in that tank, rude boy. Okay, there was we were rolling
There's no
on
wheels,
E.
bro. There's no wheels. The guy's
CJ,
running on flats.
We were rolling on E before we even got into the dance, bro. Like I said this.
No, that's a point. That's a point actually. CJ, what did you think of Dillian when he walked out? Did you think he looked normal?
I think he looked like he needed a rocket up his ass, didn't he? It didn't look like the Dillian of. He didn't look hyped up for it or anything. Didn't look prepared.
No.
Didn't look fucking.
Where was the wolf? Where was the wolf and the howling and all that? But Trill said something. Trill said he looks like somebody just woke him up from a nap. Like he looks like a rabbit in the headlight. It was crazy. I'm glad we do this stuff and we do the watch where there's proof and video of us saying what we say before fights, because Trill straight away was just like, Dillian looks like someone just woke him up. He just didn't look there. I thought, go on, CJ. What did you make of Atoma's performance?
Fast, strong, phenomenal. He is ruthless in there, and he smells the blood. He took it. Slightly sad for Dill in the sense of seeing him go out like that, but he'll have been paid very well for it. You're not telling me he didn't know what was coming. It's just I wanted to see that bit of a test. You know, I never thought it was going to go very long, but I was hoping Dill was going to catch him at least once or twice, or, you know, maybe just see Moses take that step back. It's not going to happen. Not going to happen anytime soon. Who does he go in with next? That's the question.
I'm not going to ask Rico this question yet. Not yet, because I know who he's going to say. Who do you want to see him in next? Rico, just wait. Wait 1 second. CJ, who do you want to see him in next? It will give him a test. Because I have a name in mind, but I want to know who you think is going to give him a test.
Other than if the fast track him straight to Usyk, I don't. Parker or Caballel for me, but I don't think that's fair on Parker. I'd say Caballel, maybe a good shout for that.
I think that it should be Hrgovic. I think Hrgovic is the perfect opponent for Utoma. Hrgovic, they're coming off the same card. We've just seen Hrgovic in a fight where 1, he gets hit, 2, he has a chin, 3, he goes rounds. Now he has a gas tank as well. He actually has a gas tank for some reason. I don't know if he went into Dillian's changing room and took what Dillian had left and added it to his.
Absorbed it.
I don't know what happened to that gas tank. Bro siphoned Dillian's gas tank and used it. No, but Hrgovic, I think Hrgovic is the perfect test for Utoma. I think if he can get Hrgovic out of there, who we know has a chin, who now we know can go rounds in a hard fight, and we know he's a good boxer. We know he's up there. He's a good boxer, Olympian. I think that's the perfect. I think that ticks so many boxes for Utoma instead of going to a Joseph Parker. I think you're cutting the line going to a Parker and going to a Caballel. You're massively cutting the line doing that. And there's steps in boxing, and when you cut the line, you might get there. You might just get over that line, but there's still another hurdle, and that other hurdle is so big that it could be one that's crushing where you can't come back from it. You can't come back from it. He's 20 years old. He doesn't need to.
Franklin fight, Rico.
Well,
what about Franklin?
Rico, that's where I was going next. We was going to Rico. We didn't forget about you, Rico. We can see you. Well, your guy, who you champion for?
1 second.
What do you make of?
I'm literally on the live. I'll be with you like in 2 seconds. I'm here, bro. Yeah. So, in terms of Jermaine Franklin, in terms of the heavyweight card, I believe that Jermaine Franklin, and like I said, you're welcome, America. I believe that Jermaine Franklin is going to be the next American heavyweight champion. I believe that the belts are going to be absolutely split, just in terms of what
I think
can
it's
I say?
for
Really,
boxing. I think it's best for boxing that it splits.
No, you're all right,
right now.
Where's the toilet?
Yeah, the toilet's over there. I believe that in terms of the heavyweight.
I'm coming because I want to be. That's my space.
You have to be in London, innit?
I believe that in terms of the heavyweight scene and the heavyweight boxer, like the ticket inspectors, it's like, all right.
You have to be in London. I swear.
Rico.
No, I believe just there is a lack of.
Got you, man. Got you.
Hello? Can you guys see me?
Yeah, you're there.
Right.
Go.
So in terms of really quickly, I just believe that Jermaine Franklin is the next heavyweight champion of the world. I believe that Jermaine Franklin has the skills, has just everything that you need in terms of an American, a heavyweight in America that actually can fight, because there's very little of them. You know, maybe none at all, to be honest with you. I would just like to say thank you so much to Jermaine Franklin for giving me an opportunity to really push the brand, push everything. You know, and obviously anybody that has any sponsorship inquiries and everything like that, shout, man, for JJ. But I don't think that Jermaine is ready right now. I believe that once we beat Ivan Dzeko, then we will be a shoo-in for look, Ivan Dzeko is a very tough fight to come back after a year out. Okay, like, please guys, go do your Googles, go do everything that you absolutely need to do. Ivan Dzeko is somebody who, once we beat him in Las Vegas, Nevada on the 13th of September, guys, please tune in on Netflix, which will be even better than Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson. We are going to, we're going to make history. And I believe that Jermaine Franklin is that person to make history within the heavyweight division. I believe that Moses Ituma should fight Filip Hrgović. I believe, like, honestly, it's so perfect. Filip is highly ranked. Moses now is 10th in the Ring Magazine rankings, right? They both fought on the same card. Filip does have the cut. I've actually been looking into the stitches that he has and everything like that, because that's what I have to do now. And I believe that we will be ready for that Moses will be ready for Filip Hrgović by November, December. I spoke to Frank Warren. I spoke to a couple of other people, and if I had to take an educated guess to say something, I would not be surprised if you had a Justice Hooney, Filip Hrgović, and what's that kid's name? Heisei something, a European champion. Out of those three people, I believe that Moses will be out against one of those three right now. I'm not even say having spoken to people, whatever like that. We need a big win, and we need to. And I believe that Jermaine Franklin is the next heavyweight world champion from America to kill the drought. And I will not rest and I will not stop until we have reached the Mecca, and until Jermaine Franklin is a heavyweight champion. He is going to be the first heavyweight champion that I represent personally. I have plans in terms of talent. A couple of kids coming through the amateur ranks that I'm going to be taking through as an advisor, because fuck the British board, bro. Like I'm not doing all of that shit just to be getting these.
Don't get me started on them. Don't get me started
shout
on
out
them.
Shout out Al Heyman. Like you did it proper, bro. And no,
just about losing
in terms of my signal.
Rico, you're gone. You go in.
Wait, can you see me?
Yeah, you cut
okay,
out.
just really quickly, because the signal's gonna be really crap, like as I'm going through. But I just want to say, big up to you, Eric. Eric, I'm so proud of you, bro. I love you, bro. You are my family, bro. And to be honest with you, bro, when I grow up, I want to be a man just as good as you, CJ, bro. No, honestly, CJ, you give me hope, and you've given me hope for a long time, bro. And I want to say that there's a lot of people, right, that look up to you, including myself. You know, I come onto the show and I look at what you guys have done with iBoxingHub North, and I could never be any more prouder, bro. You're right. So there's very
perfect.
Huge things coming. But I just want to say to you guys that I just want to say to you guys that keep smashing it, keep killing it. iBoxingHub, I love you guys, and you'll always hold a very special place in my heart, Eric. Whenever Eric needs me, no matter the signal, no matter the time, no matter whatever, I'm always going to be here. So I'll see you guys later. God bless all of you.
All right, peace, bro.
Thank you, mate. Lovely words, pal.
Nah, I appreciate Rico. He is one of the main reasons, barring Trey and Rico, this opportunity, those two gave us this opportunity to do this show and have our own thing and have our own style, really, to go through. We'll just do. CJ, do you want to read some comments? Ra's been mad in the comments when Rico's on his thingy, so
yeah. Right, I don't want to see Moses in with anyone over the age of 35 unless it's Usyk. Yeah, I can get that. I understand that. Hrgović cut will take 6 months to heal. It's going to take, I mean, I don't know. I know Rico was on about counting stitches and that. Then that's going to take a lot of work, that cutting. It was nasty.
Yeah.
Franklin would be good. He's got a chin and he's slippery. Yeah, I dropped that one in, mate, with Rico backing him. That seems like it'd be a good idea. A Jagbar or Sanchez would be decent. Yeah. Do you know when he said that high C? Is that Nelson fella? Is it the Albanian
Yeah,
heavyweight?
yeah.
I've not seen him in with anyone yet though, but
I've not
he
seen him with everybody.
does look big and
The
strong.
the Sanchez fight, it almost stopped Sanchez easy. Honestly, Frank Sanchez is a horrible fighter.
I
Anyway,
was never into that. I was never following the hype for
he's a
Sanchez.
horrible fighter. And Jagba, well, Mine Bakoli, he beat Mine Bakoli, by the way. Mine
Mm.
Bakoli, they robbed him for a draw or whatever they did give him that bullshit. Londoners don't behave like that.
There's no classy about Londoners, right? I promise you, mate. Unless there is mega
Don't
bucks
get
involved,
CJ started on London.
I are stepping back in. I'll tell you something, right? I've still got 2 unpaid parking tickets that they've now doubled. It's like 800 quid I owe London Borough Council, mate. I'm fucking not paying them either.
Big up Trey, yes,
Big up
brother.
Trey, nice to hear
Yes,
from you, pal.
yeah, big. High says 40, forget him. Yeah, no. Eric Martin won. Martin didn't win nothing. Martin ain't win nothing. Martin needs to in the gym and do something. That's what he needs to do.
Needs to what? You broke off then?
He needs to get in the gym and do something and actually do something, not just say he's in the gym. But
He
yeah,
was absolutely massive coming in for Parker, wasn't he? Like, so
I
big.
knew. Honestly, I was so happy when Parker knocked him out because I kept telling people that one, I wasn't hyped on him, and two, Parker was going to stop it. Parker was going to beat him. We have right. Just a few more topics we'll go through. What's going on in boxing right now? CJ, I know one of your favorite fights that's been announced. Javante Tank Davis versus the one and
The
only
only.
El Gallo Jake Paul
The
in an
problem
exhibition
child.
fight. In
Listen,
an exhibition fight. What do you
what is
make
happening?
of that?
What is happening? What is happening? Sold his soul to the devil, Javante. The first thing, if it's like literally, what's the first thing you thought of when that happened? Is I was on phone to Eric when I'd seen it. The size difference, man. Fucking hell. Jake Paul's a big fella. Like Javante's like a little pocket rocket, like a little Oompa Loompa. That's a big step to take that size on. But anyway, it's all about the money in it. There's it's nothing to do with boxing whatsoever. Um, I don't know what would be more ridiculous. I don't know if it's more ridiculous Javante stepping in with him or fucking AJ look even tempted or looking into that fight if that was
Yeah.
ever real. So I have no idea. I hope you said the same, mate. I hope Jake Paul sparks him out just for being that fucking ridiculous.
On God, I hope he sparks him out. I think any professional fighter from now on that gets in the ring with him, I hope he wins. I'm not against it no more because us as boxing fans, we want to see you check this whole money situation where I feel like boxing Americans have this hold on boxing and a hold on culture where it seeps into like the British sort of boxing fans where we care so much about what this person's making and how much they're making for this fight and that fight. And I never, when I first started watching boxing, cared what a fighter made. I didn't even know what a fighter made. I just watched boxing. I watched people fight, and I wanted to see this fight A versus this fighter A versus this fighter B because I thought it would be a good fight. And now all we're getting is fans. Fans are out here saying, "Oh well, he's getting paid, so what do you expect?" And I don't watch it for that. I don't watch boxing for them getting paid. Yes, they should get paid, absolutely. But I watch boxing for the best fighters in those divisions, whatever division he's in, to get to the top of that division and beat the guy who's there and defend your title.
Preach, Eric. Preach. Preach.
Right now we've got right now we've got people taking fights. The Ngannou fights with Fury, never agreed with it. The Ngannou fight with AJ, never agreed with it. I felt like I knew what was going to happen in the AJ fight. There's no point in that guy being there. Fury messed about and found out that when you piss about and don't take something serious, That's what happens when you give somebody who shouldn't be in the ring with you an opportunity to be in the ring with you. Shit like that happens because you don't take them seriously because they're not a proper boxer. And then when a fighter who actually takes it seriously and they get in the ring with somebody who takes it seriously, what happened to Ngannou in the Joshua fight is exactly what happens to him. It's no good for either way. I don't get it. I really don't get these fights. I like Jake Paul, and I said this before. I don't Jake Paul promotion wise fine. If you are going to box a fight, do a boxing match, fight somebody in the weight class who's active. Do the proper professional route. Stop this. Oh, I'm going for this name because this person's a name. Chavez Jr. Why did you fight him? Because of his dad's a name. Why did you fight Mike Tyson? Because Mike Tyson is a husband. Why did you fight Tyron Woodley? Because he was a champion UFC. You're fighting names. That's the only thing you're doing, and you want respect. You're fighting names that shouldn't. Old names at that, who aren't active boxers, who aren't in your division. Like it's clown shit.
I don't think he's necessarily even doing it for respect. He's doing it. He's running his own thing now, isn't he?
I don't blame him anymore. I blame boxing. I do not blame. I'm saying all this
100%.
on Jake. Boxing has allowed him to do this because when he was doing this shit with the UFC guys, boxing fans and boxers was like, nah, yeah, that's UFC. He couldn't do that here. He couldn't. And then these dumb ex-pros or people who are inactive, including Mike Tyson, go ahead and validate this kid even more by fighting him. Single boxer, the Tommy Furies, the Mike Tysons, the who else did he fight? What other I can't remember what other boxer he fought. Whatever his name is. Those guys, you've basically just handed him a key to boxing by saying, "Oh yeah, we validate him because we'll fight him."
I don't know what's
I don't
worse
blame
by
him no more.
He's doing his own thing now, and the public are paying for it. Obviously, like Netflix is fully behind him. Like you say, people were endorsing him, like Mike Tyson, like someone like Carl Froch. He's always got an opinion to say because he just wants that money
always
fight.
calling him out. Yep.
It's worse now though that actual fighters are giving him credit. As in, I understand Mike Tyson, I understand Carl Froch in the sense of they're wanting that money, they're wanting to be relevant again, but AJ actually giving him that relevance, now Gervonta Davis actually giving him that relevance, that's where the joke is. You come to small
I
hall
don't even
boxing,
think
which is where
it's also Eddie Hearn giving him that credit. That going, yeah. Oh yeah, that's a big fight for AJ. AJ, that bro,
Eddie.
do what you used to do and cut that shit off. Be like Jake Paul. Nah. Anthony Joshua wouldn't do that. Instead, now you are saying, yeah, we're looking at that fight. It's a big fight. You are validating this bullshit. A boxing promoter is validating this bullshit. You are validating it.
Because now it's come to him and his fighters for his money, innit? I think that's all it is. That's the difference.
Of course it is. I mean, of course it is. But I think now I've stopped blaming Jake Paul. I know I'm saying he's not fighting this person. Now it's boxing's fault. It is now boxing's fault that we are in a situation that Tank Davis is about to fight Jake Paul. Then even the fact that Canelo had more or less signed to fight him. Canelo had more or less signed to fight him as well. He did that bullshit, validating him by doing that. Then he came out because Turkey said he'll give him another fight or whatever happened. He's like, oh, I only do real fights. Bro, you was about to do that clown shit. Like, if Turkey didn't say, I'm taking away the Crawford fight, I'm taking away this fight, if you take that fight, you was going to do that shit. So the whole, I fight real fights. No, you was going to do it. You're validating. All of them are validating him. And Jake Paul, I hope he wins every fight against every boxer he gets into. I'm now a Jake Paul fan. I'm not going to lie. I'm a Jake Paul fan now.
Joe, it's sad because Joe Public maybe doesn't or won't realise behind the scenes of these small hall professional boxing shows that don't get the attention they deserve or don't get the like live feeds or streaming or camera action. some fighters are going to box maybe say 20 professional bouts and they'll never get to where they deserve to be. We spoke about it before, maybe they don't have the fan backing, maybe they don't have the right promoter, they don't have the right route. I've seen kids who've done like 3 or 4 back-to-back ABA national titles and they can't make it in the pro scene because they haven't got that backing. Yeah, I'm not saying I'd have ever been a fantastic pro, but I won 2 Yorkshire titles on bounce. I had about 4 fans and 2 of them were my parents, so I was never ever going to be able to sell any tickets. But now you're getting YouTubers. Take Jake Paul out of it. He's not a YouTuber anymore. He's a boxer, right? You're getting YouTubers and Doylums and people who are famous for like fucking pulling spaghetti out of the nose and the mouth. They're earning more money in a joke YouTube fight with another YouTuber than small old shows are doing. You know, pros who are going in there, or even journeymen who are going in there against these young talents, knowing they're going to get their head smashed in, and they're only coming out with a couple of grand. And these fucking YouTubers are cleaning bank with it. It is shit, but it's the promoters, it's the big names that have done it to the sport. We have just got to sit back and now comment on it. And now, like you say, support Jake Paul even. I hope he does start sparking these boxers. Because that's the only way they're going to learn.
I'm telling you now, I'm now a Jake Paul fan. I think every single professional boxer he gets in the ring with, including my favorite boxer, if Anthony Joshua gets in the ring with Jake Paul, I hope Jake Paul sparks him. I no longer care about this shit. They shouldn't be giving validation to that. Boxing there's business to do in these divisions. There's business to do. It's not like there's nothing to do. There's no other people to fight, or anything like that. Tank, you have a rematch on the cards with Roach, or you could fight Shakur Stevens, an exhibition fight with Jake Paul. Anthony Joshua, your career, I know, is winding down to the end, but the professional you've been, you've shown to be the guy to take the tough task. Go for broke. Go for the hardest fights. Go and fight the hardest competition. Why on earth are you contemplating a Jake Paul fight? Whether you was, I don't know, because this came from Eddie. I never heard Joshua say he would fight Jake Paul. I don't know if someone's got a clip, but I never saw Joshua say that. I know it's come from Eddie saying that, yeah, he'd be interested in the fight. But AJ was quick to respond to. Actually, before I do that, we'll just do these chats, CJ. Before I do that,
Rab, but unfortunately, I think I missed first bit to that one, mate. But unfortunately, Rab, big up to you, brother. It's Trey. Rab, big up Trey. Bit of back and forth in the chat from the boys. Need another party destination for October if you have any suggestions. Somewhere up north, bro, for sure. London is getting boring now. Preach, CJ. Thank you, man. Listen, if you wanted to party up north, boys, Doncaster, Leeds, Harrogate, mate, right? Harrogate's well posh, bro. It's not. It's Harrogate. Harrogate, right? You'd probably fit in rather than love you up there, mate. Fucking pricey though, pal.
Yeah. One more thing before we get out of here, or if there's anything else you want to touch on. Andre Ward has said that the only fight he would come back for would be an Anthony Joshua fight. What do you think an 8-year retired 175-pound ex-champion would fare up against a 2-time heavyweight unified world champion in Anthony Joshua? What do you make of that fight?
I've not seen that comment. That's why someone of the caliber of Andre Ward. Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? Like, what a daft thing to do. Andre Ward has no peers in the sport. He's done everything. He's been fantastic. He's a good servant to the sport. He does so much for charity. He does so much for putting it back into the system. But to then come out with a big daft comment like that, what's that say? Would you bring Terry Harper? Oh, I forgot Donny. I can put the calls through, mate. I can try and make that happen for you if that's what you wanted to happen, boys. No, yeah, that how do I think he would fare? Is I think he would get absolutely sparked clean out. But why someone who has been so amazing would want to say something so fucking daft like that? That's beyond me. That's
It's
all.
meant. I swear to God, I just look at things and I swear I'm just like, bro, people seriously, they need to stop with Joshua because they did not learn when they did this shit with Ngannou. When everybody propped Ngannou up, the whole media of boxing propped Ngannou up because he got a knockdown against Fury that he would do. And do they not learn when they underestimate this guy that he will come back with a vengeance? Because Andre Ward, you will have a death wish for sure, bro. I don't care what boxing skills you think you have or had 8 years ago. They're not the same boxing skills, and this isn't the same weight division. It's not the same. It is not the same. This isn't a Roy Jones Jr. versus a John Ruiz. This isn't that type of fight. It's really not. And Andre Ward, if you think anybody is gonna pay the amount of money you'll want for that fight, when nobody wanted to watch you fight when you was fighting,
Yeah.
unless you was a boxing fan, you didn't want to watch an Andre Ward fight.
No.
Sorry to say, as good as SOG was in a boxing sense, he was brilliant. You had your O, and nobody cares. People
That's it.
know Floyd had his O. People know that. People don't care that you had your O. No one talks about it. So ain't nobody clamoring for you to come back and you to fight AJ. You are just trying to pick what you think is low hanging fruit. But low hanging fruit on a coconut tree is still bigger than than a high fruit on an apple tree. That's all I can say. That's all I can say.
Alan
Listen,
Titchmarsh in the garden over here, boys, giving us his fucking growing
listen,
tips.
the disrespect on AJ's name is crazy to me. It is absolutely mental. There's not too much more to talk about. Obviously, we have Conor Ben versus Eubank 2
Yeah.
announced. Um, this weekend, we have Rafferty. You wanted to touch on that before we went. Anyway, this weekend's card.
Yes. Rafferty Chamberlain.
Yep.
We spoke about that briefly this afternoon. Me and Emmett went for a lovely lunch and
Yeah, we went for a
dined
lunch.
each other.
Hey,
No,
a free platter at Spoons. What more can you ask for?
look, boys, if you're coming up north, that's what you're going to get trekked to. Um,
uh,
Rafferty, we both said like he had a real tough fight, didn't he, last time out against Corey?
yeah.
Sorry, but Corey O'Regan. He didn't look. Obviously, he got the job done, but he was twice the size of Corey in that ring. Do you know? He shouldn't have struggled like he did, or maybe that's hats off to Corey to show what level he can be at. Matt Chamberlain, people have written him off. People have written him straight off because our boy Padley
Yep.
diced him. But I think I'm going to have to go with Chamberlain from that. If we're just looking at it on paper now, obviously as it gets that bit closer to it's Saturday, isn't it? We'll get to see him on
Yep.
scales and whatever tomorrow. Chamberlain will be big, strong, obviously have a massive point to prove. It will be by far Rafferty's hardest test. So just looking at it right there, I'm going to go for Chamberlain. Probably stoppage as well.
Yeah, Rafferty really he didn't impress me in his last performance. I thought although he got the knockout in the fifth round, um, he also even when Corey he got hit with that shot when the referee sort
Yeah,
of told Corey to think it. Corey was outboxing him. I think he was beating him. Corey got caught with that shot, and Rafferty poured it on, and Rafferty struggled to
Oh,
get him out of
massively,
there. He
massively.
struggled to get him out of there. O'Regan was he was in there. He was hurt, but a hurt fighter seemingly could get away from Rafferty's shots. He sort of struggled. He finally the corner sort of because it was O'Regan's gas tank. He was hurt. He was dazed. It finally came to an end. I think Mark Chamberlain, like you said, I think he's underrated. He's now on the underrated sort of thing because of what happened with Padley, and obviously Padley going on to fight Shakur and signing to Matchroom and everything. So much has happened in just from beating Chamberlain. Chamberlain has somehow ended up down there in everybody's opinion. But I agree with you. I think Chamberlain can pull this off. I think it was a bad night for him. I think maybe underestimated Paddy in that fight because, like I say, he had the backing from Turkey. He was Turkey's favourite fighter, for which is random as hell. But he's Turkey's favourite fighter in that. But yeah, I think Chamberlain pulls it. He's got a point to prove, like you said. And I think he pulls it off. I'm not impressed with Rafferty. I'm not.
It'll be good. It should be a good fight. I am looking forward to it. But yeah, there does. I do think people have just ripped Chamberlain off again. I mean, how many times have we said this on show? Fucking, you lose to somebody and that's it. You're old news.
That's it. You're done.
Top liver. You're fucked out of it.
Yeah.
So I would like to see him come back. I would like to see him come back and probably stop Rafferty, which I think he could do. If not, maybe we see them different levels to Rafferty, which obviously some people are seeing. Maybe that we're not, if you like, going off his last performance.
Yeah, well, like you said, he's a champion. I think he sort of overlooked Corey. Corey coming up in weight. He's the bigger man. Rafferty was the bigger man. I think he expected to bully Corey. He didn't, which showed quite a few weaknesses in his game. So it's an interesting fight. I agree with you. It's a really good fight. It's one I'm looking forward to. I'm really looking forward to this fight. Any other fights on there you want to talk about now?
No, there wasn't too much coming up, was there? We both had a little giggle on Michael Conlon to come back in.
Oh yeah, Conlon's back, which is
Jack
mad. Which is mad to yeah, it's one of them where I kind of thought Conlon was done, but maybe just that last one. Bateson, yeah, let's see what happens. But I think this might be the last hurrah for Conlon, in my opinion.
We've said that 4 fights ago. But yeah, I don't think he's got too much left in the tank.
No.
You never know. He might wind back the clock. He might put on an absolute sharpener. Obviously, Jack Bateson.
Wind back the clock to when? The amateurs.
To that fuck Aiba, you know, when he was doing all that Olympics.
Exactly, the amateurs.
Yeah,
the amateurs. That. I said to you earlier, I was like, I don't want to. It's a very underwhelming career for someone like Michael Conlon, who will have expected to get more out of his career than he has. I think, and I expected more from his career. He has fought tough fighters. But he's come up short, which sometimes you do in that sport. Everybody can't win. Everyone can't win. But I just think coming from where he came from with the Olympic controversy, signing with Top Rank, which was a massive signing at the time. I remember it. It was a big deal about him signing with Top Rank. Even his debut was like a massive thing. So yeah, it's a little bit underwhelming for Conlon. It'd be nice to see him go out, and I don't know how much he's got left in the tank. It would be nice to see him go out on a win. I think I like Conlon. I generally like his character. I do like him. I think he's a damn good fighter as well. He is a good fighter. He has lost to some good fighters. But yeah, I think it's a little bit underwhelming career for a fighter of his ability, or what he was tipped to be anyway.
Yeah, definitely. Jack Bateson. Jack Bateson's a great lad. Leeds lad, salt of the earth, It'd be a massive achievement for him to have Michael Conlan's name on his resume.
Yeah, it's a
Do I
big
think
win. It's a it's a big win, as in that's his first big step up, and that's a big step up for somebody who's fought for world titles. You're fighting someone who's fought for world titles.
Yeah,
That's a big step up.
absolutely, mate. I mean, he boxed. He got a draw with Danny Quartermain. I think when he first took his big step up, it was that Masood, and he actually got stopped. Other than that, yeah, this is really the big leagues for Jack in terms of
Yeah,
names and what you're doing, and he's going into the Lions Den as well. I mean, going to
it's
Dublin,
worth
it's
the risk. It's worth the risk. It's
massively.
especially as a fighter who hasn't got his you've got nothing to. You've lost to somebody already. Losing, fighting a Michael Conlon and putting that on the line, I think it's worth every risk, especially in his hometown. You know you're up against it. You don't really have to do anything to be up for that fight. You know
No,
you're the underdog. You are going in there as an opponent. You get to be your best self.
that's it, man.
They ain't expecting nothing from you. It's expected from Michael.
No.
Michael. Mickey Conlon. Um yeah, that's it for this show. We got to 120. Thank you to the 30 plus people um watching us live. We appreciate you tuning in. Yeah, we're really sorry about the consistency of these shows. Life has just been lifing, and it's probably going to life a bit more because my missus is due in 4 weeks, so
Oh my God.
we're on standby right now. So, but yeah, we are going to try at least once a week.
Yeah.
We will be here. Ricky said he may be back Tuesday, he may be back Wednesday, he may be back Thursday. We don't know.
Who's
But
Ricky?
Ricky's who's Ricky? Who's Ricky again?
Where's Ricky gone? Can someone find Ricky?
Ah, Ricky. Nah, yeah, Ricky's gonna be back soon though.
What's in these
I don't know
comments?
what. Last few comments. Big up to my brothers. Big up to you, Trey. We appreciate you every single time. Trey's got his own bat signal with me as well. If I'm running late or I can't set a show, that bat signal goes out to Trey, and no matter what he's doing, that man makes time to tend to what I've asked him, what I've asked, and I never get a no. I always get, don't worry, it'll be done, and it's always done. He's rescheduled this show twice since Tuesday. He changed Rush made the show for us. Then we couldn't end up doing it. I said we'd delay till Wednesday. We couldn't end up doing it, and we've managed today. But so Trey, your hard work didn't go amiss, bro. We made it. We made it.
Thank
No,
you,
but
Trey.
shout out to everyone who tuned in, who's commented. We appreciate you all. This it makes the show a lot better. We've got to an hour and 20 minutes, and me and CJ have managed to fill. Well, we all help with Rico. Yeah, thanks. Shout out to Rico, my brother, because that man, he's a hard working man. He has plans. He has big plans. He's got a big heart, Rico, and everything so far he said he's wanted to do, he's achieving right now. I'm proud of him. The interviews in Saudi, managing to go out into Saudi to watch the Itoma versus White, experience that with the media, the big interviews. Check out the Boxing Voice for those interviews from Rico. Yeah, shout out to him. He will be in America for the Canelo versus Crawford fight as well. The lucky son of a. And I'm probably going to be in a hospital because no doubt that's going to be the day he decides to turn up. I'm telling you, that's going to be the day. But yeah, CJ, shout out to you, bro. Appreciate you every single time. We have fun on this. We will be back next week. I'm not going to give you a day because it's probably not going to be that day. I'm gonna say we're gonna be back next week. Hopefully, Ricky's gonna be here with us. Yeah, peace. Shout out to you all. We appreciate it. We're out.
It's another bang. All the Muslim cars now, with your bag it up. Light up my scars with a sweet one blaze. Someone flicks me a bag it up. So, it's another one. It's another one, yeah. It's a full strand, yeah. Oh, it's another one. It's another one, yeah.